Welcome everyone to the 60-second video of my EU4 Common Sense Let's Play, playing as the Livonian Order, trying to get the Baltic Crusader achievement. In recent videos we've made some real big strides to actually getting that achievement as well. I of course have to take all of the Russian region and convert it to Catholicism. I've been at war with Kazan and Lithuania recently, Lithuania for the first time, and took a lot of territories off both of those nations, and I'm currently coring them up. That's caused a lot of aggressive expansion because Lithuania is Catholic, of course. Most of Europe does not like me taking a lot of territory off them. So I could probably do with a bit of a period of peace here. I'm starting to get a tiny bit behind on my admin tech, and my admin's actually really low here. But having said that, there's a few wars I want to start. I definitely need to start wars in this area to pick up these territories before the Ottomans do. In fact, they've actually occupied that part of Genoese territory, so they may take that in that war, which means I'm going to have to declare war on the Ottomans at some point, since that's in the Russian region. Wouldn't mind starting wars against Golden Horde, potentially get some territories there. There's Muscovy, have to start war against them on before my claims run out. I think that's, what, about 11 years before they start to run out, something like that. So yeah, there's a few wars to start. Holy Roman Empire League Wars about to kick off. I would want to join in on the Protestant side if I do decide to get involved in this, but that could cause me issues. There's a couple of colonial powers here which could definitely cause issues for my colonialism here. I don't have a good enough navy yet. It's going to be a while before I have a bigger navy than England, definitely. Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on as usual, and I think what I'm going to do is basically take a month here and then reevaluate things. All of the modifiers, of course, take a month before they kick in, so I don't really know what the rebellion issues are here. I've got separatists, I know that's going to trigger soon, and I've also got a huge amount of money. I need to actually buy some buildings. So hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, I have actually. There's a new patch that's come out since I last recorded. It's been a while since I recorded. So we're now on the final version of 1.13. In fact, we're on 1.131. This patch is now. It hasn't really changed an awful lot. I was using the beta before, so it's basically identical to that, apart from a couple of extra bug fixes since then. Yeah, so let's get troops back into my territory. Let's deal with these rebellions and see what we're looking like in a month or so. Okay, so what's happening? Muscovy made Lithuania a new rival, which is fantastic. Hansa rival Poland. They allied Wallachia. France is a rival. I think they took Avignon from them at some point. So good so far. Let's check here. Oh, I've got a diplomat spare as well. What am I going to do with them? Let's hold off a month. I need to, yeah, reduce. Well, I'm already reducing aggressive expansion from them. I probably need to with Georgia. Actually, it's just below it. Good. I think Genoa's over, so I might want to reduce that with them, or they could form a coalition. Let's get troops back into my territories, though. So I've got maintenance on because I need to deal with them. Let's move to there, is it? Supply here 28. Right, I should be okay. Oh, I know what I should be doing. There's something I forgot about. So trades. Now I haven't basically touched trade since the start of the game because I've never really had enough power in other areas. But I think I'm going to do something here which I probably should have done a while ago. There's a huge amount of money in the Novgorod's trade nodes. And I want some of that. I'm getting a bit of it, but not an awful lot. So I think one way I could get more of that is by actually sending my trade fleet there. So what's my money like here for trade? They could probably do a few things to make this well, it's very hard to figure out how much money you get currently by moving your trade fleet. It doesn't do a good job of telling you how much you can expect to get here. So say I show that there, that will increase my trade value there, but it doesn't tell you how much money you'd expect to get out of that extra. So yeah, this could be better represented. I think it used to, but they stopped doing it for some reason. Maybe it wasn't very accurate, something along those lines. So we've done that, and I actually want to get a new general here as well. I wouldn't mind having a conquistador. I don't know because I haven't checked, but it's probably a trade province here in this region I wouldn't mind getting. The Louisiana Purchase bit, so I might want to colonize there. So I think I'm going to get a conquistador. With my army tradition being that high, I should really hire a general anyway. And I'll probably bring him over here with a small merc army at some point. So let's hire him. He's going to cost me 50 bucks. They aren't quite as good as generals. They don't get as many pips. I think it's 80%. But with that army tradition being so high, it should be pretty good anyway. So 2-4, 2. Right, yeah, that seems pretty good. So, should I get rid of someone? I quite like... Yeah, I need to get rid of one of these. I quite like Walter Bruggen though, because he's got so high maneuver. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of that guy. Surprisingly. So, where is he? So one of my armies is over here. Right, let's get rid of him. And sack that guy. Okay, keep our military points as high as possible. And yeah, I need to get a merc army over there eventually, but let's deal with this situation first. Right, reach Smolensk. Probably going to need to deal with Swedish now, aren't I? So let's bring it up to Narva. Force limits are currently like that. I could definitely do get in some more trade ships if possibly. So what's going on here? If it's lower dawn, right, I'll wait for them to come in. Buildings, I've made 4 so far, not quite as many as I thought I was going to. So I've made a shipyard here, or making one there, and also making another one there. I did stick a barracks in Moskva because it's got crazy manpower, or at least it will be when it's culturally accepted, base of 2250. And there's a really good copper mine up here, so I'm making a workshop up there. I'm going to wait until the Swedish separatists fire. There's a few buildings I want to make in the Swedish territory, so I should wait basically until the rebels are out of the way. I've had a bit more of a think about the Holy Roman Empire situation. I think what I might do is basically not join in on this unless Great Britain switches sides, which there's actually a chance of it happening. They could become reformed and maybe switch sides. It's not impossible. The thing is that their navy just frightens me too much. I've had a look here, so Great Britain and Portugal and their navies, I wouldn't be able to do anything about that. So actually forcing peace on them during that war would be, well, Portugal I might be able to do, but Britain? There's no way I could get over there with their navy being so strong, I would think, or anyone else for that matter. And trying to get peace in the Holy Roman Empire war, there's a massive modifier against getting peace basically. And also I wouldn't be war leader either, so actually getting up to at least 50% and enforcing it would be very, very hard. I would have to rely on Hansa sticking out the war because they're currently the war leader or the alliance leader. Yeah, so I think I should hold off from that. Let's run the clock then. Let's get this situation sorted out with... Oh, I've got a diplomat spear. What am I doing with them? I'm going to make a claim on Genoa, I think. I'm going to do this Georgian one here. Mantrega shouldn't affect anything based on that. That's been slightly changed in the recent patch update as well. It didn't used to give as much information, I believe. So that's a nice addition. Right, let's just do that. And Circassia will improve relations with... Right, let's go. So they're coming in there. Let's put the timer up. They've reached lower dawn. Oops. Going to be a tiny bit rusty here at the start since it's been a while since I played last. So 26th of August, morale is fine. Let's crush these. Oldenburg joined the Protestant League. Okay, so engage them, shouldn't be a problem. Okay, army arrived in Narva. Okay. Is that coalition war? It looks like it might be. Yeah, it is. Salzburg declared war. Obviously I don't really want to get involved in this, but I kind of want to keep my alliance as well. And there doesn't seem to be any big players here. Austria are already at war with them, but not in a coalition war. So I may actually end up I think keeping my alliance at least for one more Lithuanian war might be a way to go here. So let's check out Poland. So don't include Austria in that. Salzburg, Aquileia, Luxembourg, Brunswick, Oldenburg, Magdeburg. Yeah, they're all really small nations, but Poland's already wrecked. I think I'm going to honour this. So 3rd of November, let's check coalition screen. So there's most of that. Right, so I'm going to wait for a couple of months. Let's keep that over there somewhere. Let's lower the timer a bit. I need to assemble a small merc army and get my conquistador out over to the Americas. Right, so you've won that there. Saxony honoured with Poland. Who else are they allied to? Just us two. I broke the alliance with Lithuania, so they're even... That's why they've gone after them, basically. I don't have to get involved in that, really. Wow, Saxony's a pretty big army there. And they could come up for me. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's wait a day for that. Select the army. Do you have any mercs here? Oh, I don't actually. What about the other one? I do. So detach them. Let's move them somewhere safe like that. Oh, maybe not. Don't think they're gonna fire anytime soon, no, are they? Okay, what do we have here? Let's teach. I'm gonna bring those up there probably because all my other rebels are gonna be a while. I've got a couple of cogs over here, so let's bring them to Bergen. Shoes. Has my trade kicked in yet? It might have went up a tiny bit, but doesn't seem like it was particularly worthwhile making that change. I got less power in where I'm collecting, so I think I want to make some more ships. Let's do that. So I got new flutes, which is good. Use up my shipyards. Right, so we occupied Tsaritsyn. Right, can I move a 20 stack with any problems around my territory? It looks like it. So let's bring it up to Narva. Move them to Viborg. Okay. Lithuania is still actually, or Novgorod I should say, is very close to going back on rebellion issues here, so I've got to keep an eye on that as well. Probably should get the next Diplotech now arguably to lower that by 5%. Yeah, I'm going to honour it. Okay. I don't know why I had that open then, actually it wasn't accepting. Right, so let's accept. Novgorod honors. Let's tell Novgorod to stay at home. Okay. Don't want them racing down there. Okay, could have potentially got myself in trouble here. Fleets, right, I got next to no fleet luckily. Yeah, Poland's probably going to lose that unless I get involved, and I'm not going to get involved. No intentions of doing so. They could cancel our alliance if they lose, though. That's a worry. Right, I think we just got lucky here. So I forgot that the Genoese actually own that province there. I think that's the one that was taken by the Ottomans, possibly there. At least at the game start they own that. So yeah, this hasn't been taken by the Ottomans, so I'm going to want to make a claim here and attack that pretty soon. There's still at war with Georgia, Tuscany, Venice. Yeah, so it's unlikely that Georgia would take that. We never know. Right. Don't really want to be taking that straight away because of aggressive expansion issues, arguably, but so that's looking like the next war currently, basically. Crimea is 57. Right, we've successfully colonized over here. Should be okay in terms of troop numbers. Do I want to lower maintenance a bit? It's a bit risky considering we're actually at war now, but I think I will. But it's about there. Gotta keep an eye on troops coming up here then, really. I've got a ton of papal influence, but I won't actually become the papal controller, so I'm going to save that. I've already got the usury thing enacted and the manpower one. I'm going to switch this back. Let's see what it's giving me. So it's 9.36. The modifiers at the start game might have affected it. Ottomans rival Spain, not me, luckily. Good. Right, the Ottomans just joined the Catholic League. That's an even bigger reason not to get involved in that. The benefits from the modifier is +1 in true faith, which is -1 revolt risk I think I get when I'm Protestant, and also an extra missionary point, neither of which is massively important to me. I don't think it's massively important for me for there to be a lot of Protestant countries in Europe either, really. Number 59 is pretty much identical. Why aren't these separatists firing either? I'm getting lucky, I guess would be the word here, if them not firing. Shit. Right, a couple of my ships returning from America's engaged. I think they're going to be too late. Let's get those over. So what date is this? This is 20th. Let's dock up here a second. I want to get them over to the New World now. Okay, it's probably not good. That's not good. A second coalition walk of fire here, and I'd have to honor that as well, maybe. Didn't used to be able to have second coalition wars, but I think you can now. Right, let's group up there. Go on there. Let's bring this fleet to Shetlands, and then we'll bring them over to the New World. Thoughts of Heresy. The Cardinal in Memel has lived close to the heretics in our nation, and rather than condemn them, he has tried to understand them. While a sympathetic course of action, he has recently approached one of our ministers confessing that he himself has started to doubt church doctrine. If this came to the Pope's knowledge, he would no longer be allowed to serve in the Curia, but perhaps we could convince him to keep this to himself for a few ducats. Right, so we could lose money, get discovered by the Pope, which would probably lower relations and lower our papal amount we get. How much do we get? If we lose a cardinal as 0.5 we get 10 papal influence per year. That's crazy. I'm just going to lose a cardinal. I'd rather keep the money at this stage, I think. We get a huge amount anyway. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. Right, I've got a few ships coming in here. I'll wait for the main fleet to get back though before sticking them out. Swedish separatists still haven't fired, surprisingly. That's at the point where I want them to fire actually, so yeah, it's not good that. Right, they've reached there. Right, let's take 4 cogs out. I've got to upgrade these to flights at some stage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attach. And bring you over to Massachusetts. No, actually I bring them over to Santi. Okay. And let's bring this fleet back to Ozil. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is have 2 separate fleets, which is a bit questionable, but I'm going to put those 5 in the Novgorod node, because it's very close in amounts. Having splitting my fleets might be better here, I think, because you get a declining amount of power for the more you put. Well, diminishing returns on every ship you put in a node, basically. The extra power you get for each one. So let's put those in Novgorod. The rest Baltic. Okay. Yeah, Brandenburg got involved. Coalition as well. Supporting them is becoming a bad idea by looks of things.